all I tried to get the cast to do was 2 circles, one going one way and one going the other way. Very bright Reigate Grammar School children, unable to go right, left, right, left, right, left in time to a waltz. Plenty of Oxbridge applicants. Can't walk in a circle.
Hi everyone, my name's Rachel. I had the pleasure of playing Julie in Carousel at RGS.
Hi, I'm Dan. I played Billy in Carousel.
Hi, my name's Laura. I played Carrie in Carousel.
Carousel was the most amazing way to end my 7 years at Reigate Grammar.
There are some extraordinary performances. Zoe Munday and Dan Beasley led this company with masses of panache and aplomb. Dan went on the biggest journey.
The show is still the thing I'm most proud of from my time at RGS, without a doubt. It was a massive project. It took a lot of effort to get to where it was.
Dan's just qualified as a doctor. Congratulations, Dan. I remember putting him through such hell in rehearsal because Billy Bigelow is one of the hardest roles in musical theatre. It's a massively demanding sing and it's an even more demanding act. And it was a massive journey for Dan and I was so super proud of what he achieved.
None of it would have happened, particularly without Sarah's help as director, but also the whole drama department.
It's one of the proudest journeys of my career.
Carousel was a wonderful play. We all had such a good time doing it, and I was really proud of it, even though we were only like 15, 16.
One thing in particular that really struck me about Carousel was just how young the cast and crew were. It wasn't until you come off stage and look around you, everyone's behaving as themselves again. I think the average age was about 14 or 15. There were barely any sick form involved, and that just made the whole thing way more impressive given what everybody achieved.
One of my favourite things about this show is the design. Lucy Atwood and Emily Stewart produced the most amazing designs to support my vision.
It's really great to hear RGS is streaming Carousel. It's a fantastic musical to watch when you're trapped inside with nothing better to do.
Zoe Munday sashaying away there, pre-RuPaul I'd argue, in some full diva outfits.
Trying on all those costumes, wow, putting those together.
I love the costume, I love the hair, I love the makeup, I love everything about the design.
How many hours did we spend in the drama studio or in the costume cupboard just trying on different things? And I think we ordered 2 or 3 different red sequin dresses for me to try on and then pick the one that I actually wore.
Stars, balloons, clam bake diners.
There's a song in the show called That Was a Real Nice Clam Bake. I still couldn't tell you to this day what a clam bake is, and I'm pretty sure we got through all the shows without anyone knowing what we were singing about, let alone how to pretend that we were having one.
A working lighthouse, the most amazing dream sequence.
I played the role of a southern star keeper that lived in a lighthouse. Not my idea.
Oh my God, Chris White coming down a lighthouse in platform heels.
That horrible moustache I used to have to put on about 4 or 5 times a show. I genuinely was thinking about super gluing it to my face by the end. It was a disaster.
I used to find it so funny when the sailors would beat up seagulls before they came on stage, and they continued to do that on stage. I don't think anyone saw it, but I found it so funny and it was really hard not to laugh when I was singing.
One of the things I remember is having 9 children in the second half of the play.
I'm Mark Jones and I played the youngest snow child.
I actually still have the hoodie. On the front it says Snow Child. I'm pretty sure it doesn't fit me anymore.
And having them like follow me around like little ducklings. I really liked having all those little first and second years and being their mum.
The Carousel waltz. Down, up, down, up, down, up.
We had to walk on stage in like this step walk to this rhythm which was like dum 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 da dum.
No, go back, do it again.
I remember us all marching around with books in front of our faces like this, tripping over stuff because we couldn't see anything.
That is what I remember about rehearsal.
Miss Branson shouting at me week after week for not learning my lines or doing my character development.
Definitely the most embarrassing memory was when Dan and I had to do our kiss scene, and when we practiced, I remember once Miss Branson saying I went in with my teeth and that I was going to eat him. And so that was very embarrassing, particularly when you're 15.
The American accent's just so funny. I think we all had a different part of America that we happened to be from because we didn't all come together and match.
I have to say, Matt Burns did one of the best pieces of fight choreography I've seen at school. It was absolutely corking.
There was one particular fight call I remember really clearly. We just run the fight, it seemed to have gone really smoothly, and I turned round and I saw Alex with what looked like a bleeding nose. And I remember thinking, that looks incredibly realistic. I don't remember Alex having a blood pack. That looks really good. And then it quickly transpired that he was having a real nosebleed. I think one of us had obviously got a bit overconfident with the stage fighting and just delivered a proper punch to Alex's face. So, sorry, Alex.
So it all ends in tears, and then Rachel comes in and sings a song which Mr. Jackson described as a beautiful piece of misogyny set to music. Because it was all about how you should stick with your man even if he's a horrible, horrible person. Which is definitely a questionable part of the play.
There's amazing songs in here. You'll Never Walk Alone has been massacred by Liverpool football fans for a very, very long time. And if you watch the show, the song is much better in the context of the show.
The pure pleasure of getting to listen to Miranda sing You'll Never Walk Alone every time. Billy had just died and I was just lying there on stage doing dead acting. So I had the best seat in the house because I was right next to her, and she was unbelievable every single time.
Oh, Rachel Dungate, Miranda Harding and Laura Stevens in those roles were powerhouses. I loved this show.
Generally, I've never laughed more in a 10-week period, and I'm just so glad I did it.
But in all seriousness, I had a great time making the show.
I think we were a really good team. We worked together really well. We had a lot of fun.
It was probably one of the best shows I was in, even if my role was only small.
It was wonderful. I'm really looking forward to watching it again.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
A fun fact: Carousel was actually the last performance I ever did with hair. And every night they would spray paint it silver, cover it in paint, and it would go hard and congeal, really impossible to wash out. And I haven't had hair since. Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Harry Morris forgetting to put his back into his trousers after he'd been to the loo when we were doing a big ensemble rehearsal. I don't think I've ever seen Miss Ranston laugh so much.